Hello everyone and welcome to the LangShack. This is Michael and I wanted to show you all another language project that I'm doing. This is similar to the project that I did for the Tudis and Maltese mutual intelligibility database and some other ones I've done. So this language is a very old language. It's probably at least 2,000 or 3,000 years old in terms of when it broke off from the most recent Semitic ancestor. And in terms of it's very conservative because it has a lot of old features from older forms of Semitic. You can see that a lot of the grammar it has in common with modern standard Arabic or classical Arabic, and it's also got the verbs are very complex. There's dual, there's singular, dual, and plural forms for singular and masculine forms. The pronouns have these dual and plural forms as well. Adjectives have them. Pretty much every part of speech, except maybe nouns don't. And there's 3 different ways of doing possession in the language, which is interesting, that I know of right now. In terms of what there is available to study the language with, there are 3 or 4 good grammars that you can find easily online. There's also a 700-page oral, it's like a corpus of stories, of traditional Soqotri stories that were collected by 2 Russian linguists in the 70s and the 80s that you could use as well. I'm trying to write a grammar based on all these sources. I've written a lot so far based on what I've been able to ascertain from these sources as well. I'm going through them one at a time. And as you can see here in this screen, I've only compiled 134 words so far, and I've gotten as many forms as I could possibly record because I'm trying to make this as easy for a learner as possible. It's going to be next to impossible to find a native speaker who can do this because Soqotra is still very isolated. It's so isolated as long as they even make it there to the 17th century. So, the language is it's not going to be easy to verify things. So it's got, this is just a demonstratives, just the demonstratives. You have, dead hat. You got to memorize 12 different forms just to be very sure that you know. The difference between these forms are that these are like this and these are like that and those. These are further away. The ones here like dead the buck and decky the buck, those are further away than like dead ha and decky da. My pronunciation probably sucks. This language is actually, just a side note, sorry, is actually a very it's kind of phonetically, it's complex. Like it's got sh, it's got the uvular fricative, it's got ein, it's got ha, it's got this y, this special y. It's like I guess it's like a closed y, and then this one here, which is like a l and a j, a r and a j put together, something like that. It's got and there may be more sound. I'm not sure, but I do know that the language is very, very phonetically rich. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. So yeah, I haven't gotten any verbs or anything like that from here, but yeah, I've only got 134 words. Back to the grammar. So there's three ways of doing the possessive system. You've got the de form, you've got the ma form. I speculate it to be similar to the te of Arabic and the ta of Maltese, and the shell form of modern Hebrew. The ma form, I'm not sure what that is. This is probably just some old Semitic thing, I'm not exactly sure. And then I've got the negative form, which is pretty easy. This verb ik is a very interesting of a verb because you can separate the verb by putting al in the middle of it. It's the negative form. And here you simply just, tete means his daughter eats, and al means doesn't eat, and you just simply put that before the verb. So I even had to make a special form for to want to do something because it's a split infinitive. Then I got interrogatives here, so where, when, who, what, how many, what kind, how much. And I want to do this, it'd be nice to find ones for like how often, because that's another one that I didn't know in Spanish for over a decade before I knew it. Cada cuánto. I never knew that. How often. I don't know that in any language. I just found that because someone said it once, and I'm like, what is cada cuánto? And I looked it up, and I was like, How did I not know this? 13 years, and I don't know that? So I've also got these standalone pronouns here. These forms here are all for the singular. So this would be like saying I, you, masculine, you, feminine, he, she, and then for the plural, you would have like we, two of us, we more than two. This would be like you all men. There's not one for feminine, and then they have you all more than two people. They have a they form for two people, and then they have they for more. And what's even weirder is the plural form has forms for both. It has a feminine plural and a masculine plural, but there's no dual forms for the feminine. So it's interesting. Then they got an object form. I've been able to map this out pretty well. This is very similar to how they work in other Semitic languages. You know, yeah, I was gonna guess is that masculine. An ek for you. Then you got this, and then you got them for that. They got plural forms, but they don't have. They're missing them for two of us form. They don't have a dual feminine for the second or the third person. That's what I've got so far on this language. Trying to make exercises with them, trying to make this as reader friendly as I can. Like I did my Papiamento course, trying to ascertain what I can from these verbs. I've done this thing with the camera here, so if you like this, I know I've tried to introduce my face in other videos and it didn't really go so well because when I stretch this camera out, YouTube distorts the quality when I upload the video, which I don't understand because when I'm looking at my own video, it looks just fine. So I've compressed it into this little square right here so that you could see me better. So if you like this, if you're a subscriber and you watch a lot of my videos, let me know if this format works. Like, do you think having a box here in the corner, do you think that would be good for the camera for presenting language documentaries? Thank you all for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments, or if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know and I'll make those for whatever language you decide. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.